Your brain is physically changing right now. Every hobby you pursue, every skill you practice, is literally rewiring the neural pathways in your head. And the science behind this is absolutely mind-blowing. Most people think hobbies are just a way to kill time. Something you do when you're bored. But what if I told you that your weekend painting class or evening guitar practice is doing something far more powerful? What if these activities are actually making you smarter, sharper, and more resilient against aging? The research is clear. Neuroscientists have discovered that engaging in hobbies triggers a process called neuroplasticity. This is your brain's ability to form new neural connections throughout your entire life. It's not just for kids. Your adult brain is constantly adapting, growing, and evolving based on what you do. Let me break down exactly what happens inside your skull when you pick up a new hobby. When you start learning something new, your brain goes into overdrive. Neurons start firing in patterns they've never used before. These neurons reach out to each other, forming brand new connections. Think of it like building roads in a city. The more you practice, the stronger these roads become. But here's where it gets really interesting. Different hobbies activate different parts of your brain. Playing a musical instrument, for example, lights up nearly every region of your brain simultaneously. Your motor cortex controls your fingers. Your auditory cortex processes the sounds. Your visual cortex reads the music. Your prefrontal cortex plans your next move. It's like a full brain workout. Compare that to passive activities like watching television. When you watch TV, only a few areas of your brain are active. You're consuming information, but you're not creating anything. You're not problem solving. You're not engaging multiple senses at once. The difference in brain activity is staggering. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University conducted a fascinating study. They found that people who regularly engage in creative hobbies have significantly better cognitive function as they age. We're talking about a 30 to 50% reduction in the risk of dementia. That's massive. Your knitting habit or woodworking projects might be your best insurance policy against cognitive decline. Let's talk about learning a new language as a hobby. This is one of the most powerful brain boosters available. When you learn a second language, you're not just memorizing words. You're training your brain to switch between different linguistic systems. This constant switching strengthens your executive function. That's the part of your brain responsible for planning, problem solving, and multitasking. Studies show that bilingual people have denser gray matter in their brains. Gray matter is where all the important processing happens. More gray matter means better memory, better attention span, and better decision-making skills. And you don't need to become fluent to see these benefits. Even moderate language learning produces measurable changes in brain structure. Physical hobbies deserve special attention too. Activities like dancing, martial arts, or rock climbing combine physical movement with mental challenge. This combination is incredibly powerful. When you learn a complex dance routine, you're simultaneously training your muscles and your memory. You're improving your spatial awareness and your timing. You're building strength and coordination. The cerebellum, located at the back of your brain, plays a huge role here. It's responsible for coordinating movement and balance. But recent research shows it's also involved in cognitive functions like attention and language. Physical hobbies that challenge your coordination are literally making you smarter while making you fitter. Now let's discuss the social aspect of hobbies. Joining a book club, a sports team, or a crafting group adds another layer of brain benefits. Social interaction activates the prefrontal cortex and the limbic system. These areas are crucial for emotional regulation and social cognition. Regular social engagement through hobbies has been linked to lower rates of depression and anxiety. There's also something called the novelty effect. Your brain loves new experiences. When you try something completely unfamiliar, your brain releases dopamine. This neurotransmitter makes you feel good, but it also enhances learning and memory formation. That's why starting a new hobby feels so exciting. Your brain is literally rewarding you for learning. The key is to keep challenging yourself. Once a hobby becomes too easy, the brain-boosting effects diminish. This doesn't mean you should abandon activities you've mastered. Instead, find ways to increase the difficulty. If you're a painter, try a new medium. If you play guitar, learn a more complex style. Keep pushing your boundaries. Research from the University of Texas found that people who engage in mentally demanding hobbies show improved memory function within just 6 weeks. 6 weeks. That's how quickly your brain can adapt and improve. The participants in this study learned digital photography and quilting. Both activities required learning new skills, following complex instructions, and problem solving. Let's talk about the stress reduction benefits. Chronic stress is terrible for your brain. It literally shrinks the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory and learning. Hobbies provide a mental break from daily stressors. They give your brain a chance to reset and recover. Activities like gardening, painting, or playing music lower cortisol levels significantly. The concept of flow state is crucial here. Flow is when you're so absorbed in an activity that you lose track of time. Everything else fades away. This state of deep focus is incredibly restorative for your brain. It reduces activity in the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that's constantly worrying and planning. This temporary quieting allows other brain regions to work more efficiently. Hobbies also build what psychologists call cognitive reserve. Think of this as your brain's backup system. People with higher cognitive reserve can withstand more brain damage before showing symptoms of decline. They've built up so many neural connections that their brain has multiple pathways to accomplish tasks. If one pathway is damaged, another can take over. How do you build cognitive reserve? Through lifelong learning. Through challenging yourself mentally. Through pursuing diverse interests and hobbies. The more varied your activities, the more comprehensive your cognitive reserve becomes. Someone who reads, plays chess, gardens, and learns languages has a much richer neural network than someone who only does one activity. The timing of your hobbies matters too. Research suggests that engaging in mentally stimulating activities in the evening can improve sleep quality. Your brain processes and consolidates memories during sleep. By giving it interesting material to work with before bed, you enhance this consolidation process. Just avoid screens and opt for analog hobbies like reading, drawing, or playing an instrument. Here's something most people don't realize. The benefits of hobbies are cumulative. Every hour you spend learning, creating, or practicing adds up over time. A person who spends just 30 minutes a day on a hobby accumulates over 180 hours per year. That's equivalent to more than 4 full work weeks of brain training. Imagine the neural changes happening over decades of consistent practice. Let's address a common concern. What if you don't have time for hobbies? The truth is, you can't afford not to make time. The cognitive benefits of hobbies aren't just about preventing decline. They improve your performance right now. Better focus, better memory, better problem-solving skills. These advantages carry over into your work and daily life. That hour spent on a hobby might make you more productive during your working hours. The type of hobby matters less than you might think. What's important is that it challenges you, engages multiple brain systems, and brings you joy. Whether you choose photography, cooking, coding, or bird watching doesn't matter as much as your commitment to learning and growing. Your brain doesn't care about the specific activity. It cares about the mental workout. One fascinating study tracked people over 20 years. Those who maintained diverse hobbies throughout their lives showed remarkably preserved cognitive function in their 70s and 80s. They performed as well on memory tests as people decades younger. Their brains had aged more slowly because they never stopped learning and challenging themselves. The social proof is overwhelming. Successful people across all fields maintain hobbies outside their primary work. They understand that these activities aren't distractions. They're essential for maintaining peak mental performance. Einstein played violin. Richard Feynman painted. Bill Gates reads voraciously. Warren Buffett plays bridge. These aren't coincidences. So what should you do with this information? Start today. Pick one activity you've always wanted to try. It doesn't have to be expensive or time-consuming. Start small. Commit to 15 minutes a day. Watch what happens to your brain, your mood, and your life over the next few months. The science is undeniable. Your hobbies aren't just pastimes. They're powerful tools for building a stronger, more resilient brain. Every time you engage in a mentally stimulating activity, you're investing in your cognitive future. You're building neural pathways that will serve you for decades to come. Your brain is the most adaptable organ in your body. It's waiting for you to challenge it, to push it, to help it grow. Don't let that potential go to waste. The hobby you start today could be the thing that keeps your mind sharp 30 years from now. That's not just good advice. That's neuroscience.